Good evening, friends. Pinotani. Welcome to our online broadcast from the London Mindfulness Meditation Center. During this rains retreat and the month of Katina, we have decided to go online. So therefore, from the commencement of rains retreat up to now, we have continuously gone online at 7 o'clock, simply to support your religious practices, your commitment, a symbol of commitment to deepening your practice, strengthening your spiritual practice. So, especially during the lockdown time as well, to support your peace of mind, to enable you to dedicate the evening hours for religious worship. So, we have provided opportunities for people to connect differently in order to also accumulate merit. So therefore, devotees are sponsoring events to dedicate the meritorious deed. So today, Mrs. Tanya and Mr. Kumar, along with their children, Kira and Kevin, have sponsored the day enabling you to practice during this Katina, month of Katina. Our Katina group offering ceremony is on the 24th of October, a Saturday. Details will follow soon. So their intention is to bless everyone in the family with good health, happiness, success and prosperity, especially the education of the children. May their education be successful, may they have a bright future, may their righteous aspirations be fulfilled, may everyone in the family, related families, extended families also be well, happy and peaceful. Especially during the time of difficulty, may they enjoy good health, happiness, may they prosper as well, may they develop peace of mind as well. So with those kind intention, they have sponsored the day today. And they'd also like to bless everyone as an online community. May you also be well, happy and peaceful. May your righteous intentions be fulfilled. May you be blessed by the triple gem for your safety and protection during this pandemic. If there are any members that you know are ill, please bear them in your thoughts and wish them speedy recovery as you join the worship and chanting. And when you do meditation, we can also wish them speedy recovery as well. So before we participate in our worship, please say Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa 3 times to observe 5 precepts. Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi Dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi Saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi Dutiyampi buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi Dutiyampi dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi Dutiyampi saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi Tatiyampi buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi Tatiyampi dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi Tatiyampi saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi Pānātipātā vēramaṇī sikkhapaдаṃ samādhiyāmi අදින්නාදානා වේරමණී සික්ඛාපදං සමාදියාමි. කාමේසු මිච්ඡාචාරා වේරමණී සික්ඛාපදං සමාදියාමි. මුසාවාදා වේරමණී සික්ඛාපදං සමාදියාමි. සුරාමේරය මජ්ජපමා දට්ඨානා වේරමණී සික්ඛාපදං සමාදියාමි. තිසරණේන සද්ධෙන් පංචශීලං ධම්මං සාදුකං සුරක්ඛිතං කତ୍වා අප්පමාදේන සම්පාදේ තබ්බං. So let's worship the Buddha together. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Iti piso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho vijjācarana sampanno sugato lokavidu. Anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati sattā deva manussanam buddho bhagavati. Buddhaṃ jīvita pariyantaṃ saranam gacchāmi. Ye ca buddhā atitā ca ye ca buddhā anāgatā paccupannā ca ye buddhā ahaṃ vandāmi sabbadā. Natti me saranaṃ aññaṃ buddho me saranaṃ varaṃ. Etena sacca vajjena hotu me jaya mangalam. Uttamangena vandehaṃ pādapam savaruttamam. Buddheyo khalito doso buddho khametu taṃ mamam. Swakkhāto bhagavata dhammo sanditthiko akāliko ehipassiko opanayiko paccattam veditabbo viññohiti. Dhammam jīvita pariyantaṃ saranam gacchāmi. Ye ca dhamma atitā ca ye ca dhamma anāgatā paccupannā ca ye dhamma ahaṃ vandāmi sabbadā. Natti me saranaṃ aññaṃ dhammo me saranaṃ varaṃ. Etena sacca vajjena hotu me jaya mangalam. Uttamangena vandehaṃ tammaṃ ca tividhaṃ varaṃ. Dhammeyo khalito doso dhammo khametu taṃ mamam. Supatipanno bhagavato sāvaka saṅgho Ujjapatipanno bhagavato sāvaka saṅgho ඥාය පටිපන්නෝ භගවතු සාවක සංඝෝ සාමීචි පටිපන්නෝ භගවතු සාවක සංඝෝ යදිදං චත්තාරි පුරිස යුගානි අට්ඨ පුරිස පුග්ගලා ඒස භගවතු සාවක සංඝෝ ආහුනේයෝ පාහුනේයෝ දක්ඛිනේයෝ අංජලි කරණීයෝ අනුත්තරං පුඤ්ඤකහෙත්තං ලෝකස්සාති සංඝං ජීවිත පරියන්තං සරණං ගච්ඡාමි යේච සංඝා අතීතාච යේච සංඝා අනාගතා පච්චපන්නා චයේ සංඝා අහං වන්දාමි සම්බදා නත්ථි මේ සරණං අඤ්ඤං සංඝෝ මේ සරණං වරං ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන හෝතු මේ ජය මංගලං උත්තමංගේන වන්දේහං සංඝං ච ත්‍රිවිධෝත්තමං සංඝේයෝ කලිතෝ දෝසෝ සංඝෝ khමතු තං මමං කනසාරප්පදිත්තේන දීපේන තමදංසිනා තිලෝක දීපං සම්බුද්ධං පූජයාමි තමෝනුදං වන්නගන්ධ ගුණෝපේතං ඒතං කුසුම සන්තතින් පූජයාමි මුනින්දස්ස සිරිපාද සරෝරුහේ පූජේමි බුද්ධං කුසුමේනනේන පුඤ්ඤේන මේතේන ච හෝතු මොක්ඛං පුප්පං මිලායාති යතායි ධම්මේ කායෝ තථා යාති විනාශ භාවං අධිවාසේතුනෝ භන්තේ පානීයං පරිකප්පිතං අනුකම්පං උපාදාය පටිගන්හාතු උත්තමේ අධිවාසේතුනෝ භන්තේ ගිලාන පච්චයං ඉමං අනුකම්පං උපාදාය පටිගන්හාතු උත්තමේ අධිවාසේතුනෝ භන්තේ වේසජ්ජං පරිකප්පිතං අනුකම්පං උපාදාය පටිගන්හාතු උත්තමේ අධිවාසේතුනෝ භන්තේ සම්බං සද්ධාය පූජිතං අනුකම්පං උපාදාය පටිගන්හාතු උත්තමේ වන්දාමි චේතියං සම්බං සබ්බඨානි සුපතිට්ඨිතං සාරීරික ධාතු මහා බෝධින් බුද්ධ රූපං සකලං සදා යස්ස මූලේ නිසින්නෝව සම්බාරි විජයං අකා පත්තෝ සබ්බඤ්ඤුතං සත්තා වන්දේ තං බෝධිපාදපං ඉමේ ඒතේ මහා බෝධි ලෝකනාථේන පූජිතා අහම්පිතේ නමස්සාමි බෝධි රාජා නමත්තුතේ කායේන වාචා චිත්තේන පමාදේන මයා කතං අච්චයං කමමේ බන්තේ පුරිපඤ්ඤ තථාගත Kayena vacha cittena pamadena maya katang Acchayang kamame dhamme sanditthika akalika Kayena vacha cittena pamadena maya katang Acchayang kamame sangha supatipanna anuttara Ettavata ca amhehi sambhatang punya sampadang Sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Ettavata ca amhehi sambhatang punya sampadang Sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Ettavata ca amhehi sambhatang punya sampadang Sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Idang me ñātenang hotu sukhita hontu ñātayo Idam me ñātenang hotu sukhita hontu ñātayo Idam me ñātenang hotu sukhita hontu ñātayo Imina punya kammene mami bala samagamo Satang samagamo hotu yava nibbana pattiya Idam me punyang asavakkaya vahang hotu Sambha dukkha pamuncatu Sadhu Sadhu, sadhu. So now we are going to chant Parita Suttas to bless you, especially the sponsors today, Mr. Tanya and Mr. Kumar, along with their children Kira and Kevin, have come to the Vihara to make the offerings a few moments ago and are now participating from home. So they would like to bless their family and extended families with every happiness. May everyone in the family be well, happy and peaceful. May they be protected by the blessings of the Triple Gem. May they stay safe, especially during this time of difficulty and pandemic. May all their righteous aspirations be fulfilled, especially may the education and the future of Kira and Kevin be successful. May they prosper in their education and in life. And also may all the family members also develop courage and determination to make their every aspiration fulfilled. So with those kind intention, we also bear you as an online community. May you also stay safe and happy. May you be blessed by the Noble Triple Gem. May the virtues embedded or included in the suttas be conducive for your well-being. Our determination and aspirations is that you be well, happy and peaceful. So if you also have anyone who is ill or you know someone who is ill, bear them in your thoughts and wish them speedy recovery. May the chanting, especially the Ratana Sutta and the Kassapa Bojjhanga Sutta that we are chanting are for times like this. The Ratana Sutta was discoursed or delivered by the Buddha upon request when there were fear, famine and issues arising through the negative vibe in the city Vishala. We can liken it to some pandemic like now. So upon request, Venerable Ananda was given these virtues or these gathas, stanzas to recite and sprinkle water in the city. So it is recorded that the city recovered from that pandemic, and also fear and good health. Fear was wiped away, and good health started to prosper or develop within the city. So we dedicate the chanting, blessing you safety and protection during this time. The Bojjhanga Sutta was when Venerable Kassapa was critically ill, very ill, and then upon request again the Buddha gave those 7 factors of enlightenment, Satta Bodhanga, to reflect upon, and upon reflection it is recorded that Venerable Mahakassapa also recovered from his serious illness. And then we are going to chant Jai Paritta also for success and for happiness. May every calamity is ward off. May you be blessed by the Noble Triple Gem. And as always, we dedicate this to all the key workers. May you all be well, happy and peaceful. May you enjoy good health. May the NHS staff, doctors and nurses also enjoy good health and develop courage and determination to continue valuable services. So with those kind and righteous intentions, we begin our chanting. So please listen to the chanting with great attention and respect, bearing in thoughts all your righteous aspirations. May they be fulfilled. Samanta Cakkavalesu Atra Gacchantu Devata Saddhammang Munirajassa Sunantu Sagga Mokkadang Parittassavana Kalu Ayang Badanta Parittassavana Kalu Ayang Badanta Paritta Dhamma Savana Kalu Ayang Badanta Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Yani Bhutani Samagatani Bhummani Vayani Veyantalikhe Sambheva Bhuta Sumana Bhavantu Atopi Sakkacca Sunantu Bhasitang Tasmahi Bhutani Sametha Sabbe Mettang Karotha Manusiya Pajaye Divacharatto Cha Haranti E Baling Tasmahine Rakkata Appamatta Yang Kinchi Vittang Idhavahurang Vasagge Suvayang Ratanang Panitang Nano Samang Attita Tathagaten Idampi Buddhe Ratanang Panitang Etena Satchena Suvatti Hotu Kayang Viragang Amatang Panitang Yadajjaga Sakya Muni Samahito Natena Dhammena Samathi Kinchi Idampi Dhamme Ratanang Panitang Etena Satchena Suvatti Hotu Yang Buddha Settho Parivannai Sucing Samadhimanantari Kanyamahu Samadhina Tena Samona Vijjati Idampi Dhamme Ratanang Panitang Etena Satchena Suvatti Hotu Ye Puggala Atta Satang Pasatta Chattari Etani Yugani Honti Te Dakhineya Sugatasya Savaka Ete Sudinnani Mahappalani Idampi Sanghe Ratanang Panitang Etena Satchena Suvatti Hotu Ye Suppayutta Manasa Dalhene Nikamino Gotama Sasanam Hi Te Patti Patta Amatang Vigaihe Ladha Mudha Nibbuting Bhunjamana Idampi Sanghe Ratanang Panitang Etena Satchena Suvatti Hotu Yathinda Kilo Pataving Sitosiya Chatumbivate Bhiya Sampakampiyo Tathupamang Sappuri Sangvadami Yo Variya Satchani Avecce Passati idampi sanghe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu ye ariya saccani vibhavayanti gambhira panyena sudesitani kincapi te honti busappamatta nate bhavang atthemang adiyanti idampi sanghe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu sahavassa dassana sampadaya tayassu dhamma jahita bhavanti sakkaya ditthi vichikichhitanca silabbatang vapi yadatti kinci chatuha payehi ca vippamutto cacabithanani abhabbo katung idampi sanghe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu kincapi sokammang karoti papakang kayena vaca udacetasa va abhabbo so tasya paticchadaye abhabbata dittha padassa vutta idampi sanghe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu vanappe gumbe yata pussitagge gimhanamase pathamasmin gimhe tathupamang dhamma varang adesai nibbanagaming paramang hitaye idampi buddhe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu varo varanyo varado varaharo anuttaro dhamma varang adesai idampi buddhe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu khinang puranang navang natti sambhavang viratta citta ayatike bhavasming te khina bija avirulhichanda nibbanti dhira yathayang padipo idampi sanghe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatti hotu yani dabhutani samagatani bhummani vayani veyantalikhe tathāgatang deva manusa pujitang buddhang namassāma suvatti hotu yani dabhutani samagatani bhummani vayani veyantalikhe tathāgatang deva manusa pujitang dhammang namassāma suvatti hotu yani dabhutani samagatani bhummani vayani veyantalikhe tathāgatang deva manussa pujitang sanghang namassāma suvatti hotu etena sacca vajjena dukkha vupasamintu te etena sacca vajjena bhayavupasamintu te etena sacca vajjena rogavupasamintu te evaṃ me sutaṃ ekam samayam bhagavā rājagahe viharati veluvane kalandaka nivāpe tena kopana samayena ayasmā mahākassapo pippali guhāyaṃ viharati abādiko dukkito bālhagilāno athako bhagavā sāyanha samayam patisallāna vuṭṭhito yena yasmā mahākassapo tenupasankami upasankamitva paññatte āsane nisīdi nisajjako bhagavā āyasmantaṃ mahākassapaṃ etadavoce Kacchite kassapa khamaniyan kacciyapaniyang Kacci dukkha vedana patikkamantino abhikkamanti patikkamosanang panyayatino abhikkamoti Name bhante khamaniyang nayapaniyang balhame dukkha vedana abhikkamantino patikkamanti abhikkamosanang panyayatino patikkamoti Sattime kassapa bojjhanga maya sammadakkhata bhavita bahulikata abhinyaya sambodhaya nibbanaya samvattanti katame satte Sati sambojjhango ko kassapa maya sammadakkhāto bhavito bahulikato abhinyāya sambodhāya nibbānāya samvattati Dhamma vicaya sambojjhango ko kassapa maya sammadakkhāto bhavito bahulikato abhinyāya sambodhāya nibbānāya samvattati viriya sambojjhango ko kassapa maya sammadakkhāto bhavito bahulikato abhinyāya sambodhāya nibbānāya samvattati Pīti sambojjhango ko kassapa maya sammadakkhāto bhavito bahulikato abhinyāya sambodhāya nibbānāya samvattati Vasaddi sambojjhango ko kassapa maya sammadakkhāto bhavito bahulikato abhinyāya sambodhāya nibbānāya samvattati Samadhi sambojjhango ko kassapa maya sammadakkhāto bhavito bahulikato abhinyāya sambodhāya nibbānāya samvattati Upekkhā sambojjhango ko kassapa maya sammadakkhāto bhavito bahulikato abhinyāya sambodhāya nibbānāya samvattati Ime ko kassapa satta bojjhanga maya sammadakkhāta bhavita bahulikata abhinyāya sambodhāya nibbānāya samvattanti Tagga bhagava bojjhanga tagga sugata bojjhangāti idamavoca bhagavā attamano āyasmā mahākassapo bhagavato bhāsitaṃ abhinandi Uttāya chāyasmā mahākassapo tamha ābādhā tathā pahino chāyasmato mahākassapassaso ābādho ahosīti Etena sacca vajjena sabba dukkhaṃ vinassatu Etena sacca vajjena sabba bhayo vinassatu Etena sacca vajjena sabba rogo vinassatu Siriditi matitejo jaya siddhi mahiddhi mahagunaṃ Aparimita punyādhikārassa sabbantārāya nivārana samatthassa bhagavato arahato sammā sambuddhassa Dvattiṃ samahapurisa lakkhānānubhāvēna asityanu-vyanjana lakkhānānubhāvēna Attuttara satamangala lakkhānānubhāvēna Chabbannaraṃ syanubhāvēna කේතුමාලානුභාවේන දසපාරමිතානුභාවේන දස උපපාරමිතානුභාවේන දස පරමත්ත පාරමිතානුභාවේන සීල සමාධි පඤ්ඤානුභාවේන බුද්ධානුභාවේන ධම්මානුභාවේන සංඝානුභාවේන තේජානුභාවේන ඉද්ධානුභාවේන බලානුභාවේන ඤේය ධම්මානුභාවේන චතුරාසීති සහස්ස ධම්මක්ඛන්ධානුභාවේන නවලෝකුත්තර ධම්මානුභාවේන අට්ඨංගික මග්ගානුභාවේන අට්ඨ සමාපත්‍යානුභාවේන චලවිඤ්ඤානුභාවේන මෙත්තා කරුණා මුදිතා උපේක්ඛානුභාවේන සම්බපාරමිතානුභාවේන රතනත්තය සරණානුභාවේන ත්‍විහං සබ්බ රෝග ශෝක උපද්දව දුක්ඛ දෝමනස්ස පායාසා විනස්සන්තු සබ්බ සංකප්පා ත්‍විහං සමිජ්ජන්තු දීඝායුකෝ හෝතු සතවස්ස ජීවේන සමංගිකෝ හෝතු සබ්බදා ආකාශපම්බත වන භූමි තටාක ගංගා මහා සමුද්ද ආරක්ඛක දේවතා සදා තුම්හෙ අනුරක්ඛන්තු සබ්බ බුද්ධානුභාවේන සබ්බ ධම්මානුභාවේන සබ්බ සංඝානුභාවේන බුද්ධ රතනං ධම්ම රතනං සංඝ රතනං තින්නං රතනානං ආනුභාවේන චතුරාසීති සහස්ස ධම්මක්ඛන්ධානුභාවේන පිටකත්තයානුභාවේන ජින ශාවකානුභාවේන සබ්බේතේ රෝගා සබ්බේතේ භයා සම්බේතේ අන්තරාය සම්බේතේ උපද්දවා සබ්බේතේ දුන්නිමිත්තා සම්බේතේ අවමංගලා විනස්සන්තු ආයු වඩ්ඩකෝ ධන වඩ්ඩකෝ සිරි වඩ්ඩකෝ යස වඩ්ඩකෝ බල වඩ්ඩකෝ වන්න වඩ්ඩකෝ සුඛ වඩ්ඩකෝ හෝතු සබ්බදා දුක්ඛ රෝග භයා වේරා සෝකා සබ්බේ පද්දවා අනේකා අන්තරායාපි විනස්සන්තු ච තේජසා ජය සිද්ධේ ධනං ලාභං සොත්ති භාග්‍යං සුඛං බලං සිරියායුච වන්නෝච භෝගං බුද්ධීච යසවා සතවස්සාච ආයුච ජීව සිද්ධී භවන්තු තේ ආකාසට්ඨා ච බුම්මට්ඨා දේවා නාග මහිද්దికා පුඤ්ඤන්තං අනුමෝදිත්වා චිරං රක්ඛන්තු ලෝක සාසනං ආකාසට්ඨා ච බුම්මට්ඨා දේවා නාග මහිද්దికා පුඤ්ඤන්තං අනුමෝදිත්වා චිරං රක්ඛන්තු ධම්ම දේශනං ආකාසට්ඨා ච බුම්මට්ඨා දේවා නාග මහිද්దికා පුඤ්ඤන්තං අනුමෝදිත්වා චිරං රක්ඛන්තු මං පරන්ති සාදු සාදු සාදු. So that is the end of our chanting. We finished worshipping the Buddha and also chanted suttas to bless you. So here from the London Mindfulness Meditation Center, we are broadcasting this simply to enable you to practice from the Dhamma, commit yourself in the evening hours to some religious observances so that you can develop not just peace of mind but also receive blessings and stay protected, especially during the time of difficulty. So today the sponsors, Mrs. Tanya and Mr. Kumar, along with their children, Kira and Kevin, have come to the temple and made offerings and are participating from home. So they would like to bless their family and the extended families relatives every happiness. May everyone enjoy good health and happiness. May the blessings of the Noble Triple Gem be upon them for their good health, success and prosperity, and especially may the children Kira and Kevin prosper in their education. May they be successful and may their future be successful. May all their righteous aspirations also be fulfilled, as well as the family members' righteous aspirations be fulfilled. They would also like to bless you as an online community for your safety and happiness during this time of difficulty or pandemic. May you also enjoy good health and stay safe. May the blessings of the Noble Triple Gem be for you conducive for your well-being and complete happiness and peace of mind. So with those kind intention, they have sponsored the event today. So now we come to our third part, where we share a short reflection from the book called Dhammapada. For those who are new, the Dhammapada is a book with a collection of Buddha's advice to people, to devotees, or even general public, either contemplating or reflecting on the incident that took place. So they are collected stanzas, 423, categorized into 26 chapters. We finished, or we are skipping and finishing the 8th chapter and going to the 9th chapter, called the chapter on the evil or Papa Vagga. So Papa Vagga is about evil, and these reflections are about good and bad. So I am going to go to the 118th verse, which is the third in the chapter. So simply to talk about goodness at this stage, before we talk about the evil that people might commit to do. So the stanza reads as such: Punyang che puriso kaira te tang punapuna. Tammi chandang kairata sukho punyasa uccayo. Should a person perform a meritorious action, he or she should do it again and again. He or she should find pleasure therein, blissful in the accumulation of merit. Okay, so this is about developing the joy in doing merit. So to give a better understanding, merit is something that you do and you accumulate. It is not something physical. It is like a thought that brings joy. Now obviously doing something wrong, people can be joyful as well, but this is about doing something good virtuously and being pleased about the fact that you have done it, and the fact that you are contributing altruistically for the well-being of others. So this is called merit. So we have 10 merits in Buddhism, or even more if you can further work on it. But basic 10 merits include about charitable things first, and secondly virtuous, and then being virtuous, and thirdly doing meditation. Now they are always discussed, but perhaps I just want to, before we go much in detail in the next few days about merit, let me share something about the fact that how can we rejoice in an action that you do for other people? Now you are not gaining anything. Now if you are actually doing something good, expecting something in return, I think it is meritorious, but it is more or less a selfish act as well. You do something good, not to go to heaven. Perhaps if you do something good simply expecting to go to heaven, or expecting something in return, perhaps even a reward in next life, I think that is a bit selfish. It is, you're not doing because you feel for the other person that is receiving your service. So meritorious, or true virtuous meritorious, or complete wholesome meritorious would be something that is skillfully embedded in. So you can't do something, you can't help someone and expect something in return. That is, yes, we do have etiquettes about manners and being thankful, but even if you can actually do something good for someone without expecting anything in return, that is a complete, altruistic act. It is based on compassion and love. It is based on kindness. So if you are kind and compassionate, what you do for other people at their time of difficulty would be complete random. You are not selective who you are helping. You are not limiting who you are helping. and the kindness that nurtures and develops within oneself is completely for the well-being of other people. And so when you do a charitable act, for example, you can rejoice in the person, you can see the person benefiting from yourself, not to develop your ego, but perhaps to actually develop the happiness within, that someone is actually being happy with your support. That is merit. But if you are doing something in a competition, or if you're doing something that your name is on the walls or in the benches, or your name is in the newspapers or in the media, I don't know whether it is merit or whether it is a stunt act. So people do good things to gain fame, then because you are doing it is meritorious, but the quality of merit is not fully virtuous, it is not wholesome, it is selfish merit. Because when you sow a seed, you will get a similar result. You reap what you sow. Similarly, because you're doing it is there, but it is not the type of merit you can actually be joyful, because if you don't get what you expected, then that is where the mechanism or the functionality going wrong. So in this case, for someone to do something good again and again and yet not feel let down, that can only happen when you don't expect something. Because when you expect something and you don't get that, you will then regret what such a waste. You will think I should have actually not done this, or I should have actually given it to someone else. So this is the post. After the act, how is your state of mind? This is where the other quality of sympathetic joy, which in Pali we call mudita. Mudita is the joy that you actually have or you develop by being there despite the prospering of the recipient or the receiving party. You don't feel jealous that the other person has benefited. You don't feel jealous that the other person is being successful. And this is the quality that we lack sometimes as humans. Sometimes, yes, we can be self-centered. We have ego within ourselves. But the moment we learn how to develop happiness by even seeing other people being happy, not in a self-centered or introvertly, but actually outwardly and compassionately and altruistically doing something, and they are happy receiving your gift or receiving your support, and you see them prosper or being joyful or successful, can you maintain your peace of mind and happiness without developing that into a jealousy? Then only a person can be continuously be happy in doing good things. Kairathetan punat punang. You will be able to do it again and again. You won't be let down. You will find pleasure in that. You will find happiness in that. It is a very hard thing to do. It's a very skillful thing to do. Sacrificing something that you have for someone else's well-being is not an easy task to do in a selfish world, in an egoistic world. So therefore, Kairathetan punapunang sukho punyas uchayo. By doing that, you accumulate more joy. Imagine when you are jealous, you can't even fall asleep. You can't bear a moment not thinking about the missed opportunity for some people. Whereas when you are joyful, you are free. You are free not from what your pocket, what it has gone, but you are free from your mind. You are free from the service. You have done that without anything expectation. You are free. If you do it with expectation, you are then locked. There's a barrier for that happiness. So for someone to do again and again and yet be happy is a skillful act, and therefore to rejoice in it, you have to learn how to do things without expecting anything in return. I know it is nice and polite to be thankful, but if they don't say or if they don't do something to you in return, it's okay. Free yourself from that. Do the service out of goodwill. Do it because you don't actually give something because you are in an able position, but you actually feel for the other person. It's not who you help, it's how you help. And that is the most important message from this short reflection about verse 118 in the Papa Vagga, or chapter on the evil in the book called Dhammapada. So we will continue with the merit and meritorious acts in the next few days, and then also reflect on the evil acts that is also discussed in this chapter in this book. So you have been listening to our online broadcast, which starts at 7 o'clock every day until 24th of October, especially during this rains retreat time here at the London Mindfulness Meditation Center. So we are broadcasting this to help you, to support you, especially during this lockdown times and pandemic time. When we started, there was serious lockdown matters, restrictions. So to support your religious practice during the rains retreat, we have gone online. And our rains retreat is over, but the month of Katina is still continuing. So to support your practice, this evening hour, especially to deepen your practice and develop and enhance your spiritual practice, we have gone online. So thank you for joining with us so far today. And before we close, we do meditation. So meditation, loving kindness. So it is ideal time to take some time to just be in peace and wish everyone well, as we discussed. So please come forward from your resting backs. So all you need is a balanced body, a body not swaying, not resting. Even your arms, if you are on an armchair, just try to avoid resting, but come forward and put your feet firm on the ground if you're on a chair. If you're cross-legged, make sure your back is straight and not leaning. Secondly, put your right hand on your left palm and place them on your lap, also supporting the shoulder, supporting that uprightness. And then with the head straight, gently close your eyes. So eyes off the screen, but simply listen to me and follow the guided meditation. So observe that silence for a while. The silence at your home or in your home. The silence in the room or in the hall or the living room or the kitchen that you are in. Don't get involved with the disturbing noises or distractions. Don't get involved. Free yourself from that. Free yourself from all distractions. And simply gradually come to your body. Notice the way the body is posed, the posture, the way you are sitting. It's a very different body from before, because it is not in motion, it is not restless. It's simply still and quiet and calm. That calmness is a deliberate posture that has come about through releasing yourself from duties and commitments. And simply, there is no rush because you have postponed your duties, you have freed yourself from everything. Hence that stillness, the ability to still yourself, your body, which normally is not until you sleep. Sometimes we are not even still in our sleep, we move, which is good testimony about how the body reflects what's in your mind. So a restless mind resembled in the restless body. So if you can actually keep your body still for a while and notice the stillness, that means you can try to put a great effort into stilling the mind. Now notice the stillness around you as well. If there are family friends sitting with you, observe their presence and be thankful for them, thankful to their support as well. And notice the stillness in the room. All infrastructure is still. Don't pay attention to those who have not come. Don't even comment. Just free yourself from every judgment. Freeing yourself from every judgment is not an easy task, so we have to train ourselves to free. Then only you can actually be still in your mind, freeing yourself from judgment, because those judgments are due to the fixed views that you have. The knowledge that you have that filters everything into categories as likes, dislikes. And the dislikes arise because of the expectations that we rule out or we actually lay down. So if your mind is not still, it is wandering, and that wandering takes place because the mind is looking for things. And I always say, when it is looking for things, it is looking for things for entertainment. So when the mind is engaging in something, it always starts getting involved with the object. And then there is the rise of expectations, and all the filtering process is the conditions that we lay out. Sometimes when we interact with people at home or outside, when we do things or talk or anything, there is always some sort of expectation in between the other and you. And we need to free ourselves from that, because the more the expectation comes in between, the wider the gap becomes from the present moment and your happiness. Because when the expectation is not fulfilled, you lose your happiness, you lose your peace of mind. From dissatisfaction to fear, to anxiety, to worry. And sometimes if it is to do with other party, like we just discussed before, there is a chance of impatience developing within you because you cannot be in terms with other person. When the impatience develops, sometimes there is jealousy and ill will raging within oneself. So the expectation has now turned into a different state of mind, completely erasing the peace of mind, hence no stillness. So envy, jealousy always ends up in what we call ill will, wishing someone or something wrong. Cannot stand other person being better than you or benefiting from things. Wanting harm happening to other people. Selfishly we sometimes wish things were better for yourself. Imagine if everyone was thinking like this world is completely full of selfishness. So the root of that is expectation and conditions. The arguments, fighting, they all distance the relationship, they all widen the gap between that happiness and the present moment. Even when you drive, for example, you expect the road to be clear for you. So when there's a traffic light, you make a huff or a puff, or you get angry, annoyed. When you go to the fridge, you expect something. If it's not there, you feel upset, you feel dissatisfied. When you begin to eat something, you already have a preset mind which makes that food either tasty or not tasty. So the peace of mind to maintain only can happen when there is kindness within oneself. Metta, loving kindness. Always wishing someone something positive. Never bring that negative emotion to override that positiveness. As much as you want others to be there for you, we have to develop this position of readiness to be there for others when they are in need, whenever possible, unless you are restricted. So kindness allows that, but to experience that you have to learn how to be kind to yourself, especially to your mind and body as well. If you are trying to do things that erases the peace of mind, then you are literally not being kind to yourself. If you are getting angry and frustrated quite often, getting dissatisfied and impatient quite often, we haven't learned how to develop that kindness. So you have to wish for that kindness. This wish is not a selfish desire. It is something that you have to aspire for and train yourself to be there. When things go wrong, not personalizing it, but simply seeing it in a different way. Because you have to look after your mind. It's very precious, especially during this lockdown times, restriction times. Your state of mind is very important to look after it. So be kind to yourself. Simple ways, learning how to free from everything whenever possible. Then only you can actually think and be kind or be well-wishing to other people. You can't wish other people happiness unless you know what happiness is. You can't wish someone kindness or kindly or do things kindly until you have received yourself some kindness. You can't wish for someone to be free from anger unless you have freed yourself from anger. You can't wish for someone free of frustration unless you have released yourself from frustration and you know what it means to be free from anger and frustration. Simply, you can't wish anyone well and happiness unless you know and have experienced that what well and happiness is. You can't wish someone free of illness unless you know what freeing of illness means to yourself. So you have to experience that. So therefore, the peace of mind and kindness is within yourself, which you can then share. Then only you can put yourself into other people's shoes and situations to feel the pain and then wish them recovery. So this is a strong emotion or strong thought that we have to develop gradually. You really need to experience that state of mind, that peace of mind before you wish for others. So therefore I say, learn how to still your mind, complete avoidance of conditions, freeing yourself, letting go of conditions, letting go of expectation, but simply trying to experience that peace of mind which only you can experience, because your peace of mind is not my type of peace of mind. But virtuously, anything that is devoid of anger, hate and ignorance is peaceful. Any state of mind that is not angry, any state of mind that is not greedy, any state of mind that is not stupidity, is happiness. So think of that position, think of that state, and you can repeat these lines. May I be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to me. May no problems come to me. May no difficulties come to me. May I always meet with success. May I also have the patience, courage and understanding to meet and overcome difficulties in life. May I be free from anger and jealousy. May I be free from frustration, anxiety and worry. May I be free from pain and suffering. Now when we share such loving thoughts with others, skip the stations if they are not related, such as they might not be related at all, or they may have passed away, so don't recall them. But when you bear your thoughts for them, recall their happy faces and wishing them well similarly. May my parents, grandparents, teachers, uncles, aunts and in-laws, husband, wife or partner, brothers, sisters, brothers-in-law, sisters-in-law, children, grandchildren, cousins, nephews and nieces, friends, colleagues at work, neighbors, and those that you meet daily and share a smile with. May they all be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to them. May no problems come to them. May no difficulties come to them. May they always meet with success. May they also have the patience, courage and understanding to meet and overcome difficulties in life. May they be free from anger and jealousy. May they be free from frustration, anxiety and worries. May they be free from pain and suffering. May all living beings be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to them. May no problems come to them. May no difficulties come to them. May they always meet with success. May they also have the patience, courage and understanding to meet and overcome difficulties in life. May they be free from pain and suffering. May I be well, happy and peaceful. May I be free from pain and suffering. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So that brings us to the close of today's online broadcast from the London Mindfulness Meditation Center. So we hope this has been a fruitful time participating and committing yourself to this religious observance. Do join us again tomorrow at 7 o'clock. We'll continue with our reflection as well as our meditation along with our daily worship and chanting, blessing you every happiness, safety and protection, especially during this time of difficulty. So thank you for joining us. Have a very good evening. Take care and good night. See you tomorrow.